Okay, now we're going to look at adding augmented reality into an app that we've already got created, and we just want the augmented reality to be one part of the screen. I'm going to show you how to do that, but because of the complexities involved in the coding, it's actually easier to use the augmented reality app as your original. So here I've got an app that I've created, got information, website, and then I've got my AR. I want that to link to AR. The easiest way to do that is open up your advanced files that you've downloaded, go to Apple's demo code, open that, scroll down till you get the ARKit project, and we're actually going to use this as our base model. So if we go down to our storyboard, at the moment this would launch and this would be our first screen, and we don't actually want that, but you can see there's an awful lot of coding involved here that gets quite complicated. So we're going to copy our app into that original one. So all you do there is just select your view controllers. If you hold down Shift, you can do them all at once. Command C, bring up the Apple demo app. Command V, we'll paste them all in there. And they'll all be sitting there. You'll see they're all still linked together, which is nice. I'll just bring them a bit more up out of the way. But you'll notice a couple of things that I'll need to run through. One, when you run your app, it'll still go to this screen because this little arrow here says that this is the launch screen. So we're going to change that and just drag that. In fact, I'll just move this up a bit so it's a bit closer. Drag that to the app, to the screen that we want to open when the app launches. So that now makes this the launch screen. What I can do now is create a control drag to our AR, do a show. You will need to add a button to go back. Control drag. Now we still need to do a few things. One, this view controller is trying to access the viewcontroller.swift file, and so is this one. So we need to click the one we've just added, go up to the identifier, which looks like the kind of newspaper, and delete that from it. So it's no longer trying to access the view controller because that has all our code for our augmented reality. So we've got to adjust that. The other thing you'll notice is our pictures didn't copy across. So you will have to drop them in like you did before. So go to your images, drag them up into the Apple demo app, make sure the copy if needed. You drop them in, they should go into the library and then automatically come up like they did before. The other thing you'll notice is the info plist doesn't have the things that you need. So when you added it for the website or accessing the camera or showing user location, anytime you need to get user permission to access data from the phone, you'll also have to re-add that to the info plist in the Apple augmented reality. The other thing you'll find is you probably don't want your app called AR Interactions. So what you do is you click the very top here, and there's your display name. You can change that to call it whatever you want. So that means when it runs, this is the thing that will appear on the screen. We also obviously need to add in our own 3D model. So I'm going to add in this one, which we saved as a DAE file. Drop it into there. We will convert it to our SCN format. Delete the other one. And because I added textures, I need to drag those in as well to the same folder. Keep it the same name because that's what it will look for. I can delete those other textures. And that means when I go to my house, those things that were there are now visible, whereas before you could see the walls didn't have the textures, none of those things appeared correctly. So Make sure you drag the folder and the DAE folder in, and then when you run it, it'll come up as house or whatever you name your model, and you can add it to your augmented reality. So that's how you add an augmented reality app to part of a screen or part of an app with the other elements. So when you click AR, it'll go to that screen, you've got your back button, but you've still got your other elements of your app working. Excellent. Now remember, as soon as you added the AR to your app, you can't run it on the simulator. You must run it on an actual device. So just be aware of that. But here you can see it running on my iPad, and it's linking. It showed the other screens plus the augmented reality section where we can add in our house, which at this stage was just a wall, but it gives you an idea of how you can add it to an existing app. But remember, you must have a device to run it on because it won't run in the simulator itself.